mysterious lawman and his trusty sidekick Tonto ride through truth and justice in the thrilling adventure, The Lone Ranger.
Hi, I'm Armie Hammer, and you are watching Made in Hollywood. Please enjoy this clip from our upcoming movie, The Lone Ranger.
I hereby deputize you a Texas Ranger.
Stats.
To the outlaw, make no mistake, law and order has come to the West.
It's a nice hat, by the way. They didn't have a bigger one?
Share with me about your character, John Reed, becoming the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, this is the story of exactly that. It's the story of John Reed, who shows up back home to Colby, Texas, bringing with him a sense of progress and a new sort of legal system. And he realizes that nobody else is interested. And then he gets ambushed, and Tonto saves his life and sort of guides him and shows him how this new world works. And you see the process of John Reed becoming the Lone Ranger through the movie.
From the great beyond, a vision told me the great warrior would help me on my quest.
I love seeing this movie through Tonto's eyes. I feel like a little bit of redemption of hearing his voice. What was important to you in creating your Tonto?
To debunk the cliches of the Native American.
You don't cast Johnny Depp as Tonto and then make him the sidekick. And early on it was just sort of how do you make him relevant other than putting him in more scenes. And it just occurred to me that you have him tell the story.
We're seeing the Lone Rangers from Tonto's perspective, which is much different than what you would imagine it would be. And since Tonto, when he tells his story, is much older, we're not sure how accurate his story is.
Even as a kid watching the Lone Ranger on TV, I didn't understand why Tonto was the sidekick of the Lone Ranger. It just didn't sit well.
One who has been to the other side and returned.
All I know is that a man killed my brother.
I also really appreciated your makeup. How much in educating our audience, what is it like going through that makeup every day and even getting into your wardrobe, working with the bird?
Joel Harlow, my makeup artist, who's just, the guy's a wizard. We found this sort of look that we were happy with.
I like him. I actually do this a lot on the weekends.
I knew Joe was going to come up with something that was pretty out there, and I like out there. So, first day when he put the whole thing on, and he said, "What do you think?" And I was like, oh, "Wow."
We ride together. We ride for justice.
Justice is what I seek.
He sculpted it and made it into various pieces, so I ended up with a lot of different pieces glued to my face and my body, and it defined the character. It just defined the character.
We are out here for Cowboy Boot Camp by spending as much time with actual cowboys as possible. I think they're hoping a lot of it seeps through osmosis.
I heard you guys went through Cowboy Boot Camp.
We did, yeah.
What does Cowboy Boot Camp entail?
You look like you've been.
Thank you. Yes.
Cowboy Boot Camp was basically taking all of us city boy actors to a working horse ranch in New Mexico and basically forcing us to become cowboys, or at least convincing enough to fake it.
I did not take part in Cowboy Boot Camp. No, they didn't welcome me. No, I did a thing on the side. You know, I was trying to. The initial attempt was to ride the horse bareback. Very quickly, you find out that not only does the horse not like it, men don't like it. Men don't like riding bareback. It's not a good thing.
We had a great stunt coordinator, Tommy Harper, one of the best in the business. And Tommy, right off the bat, before we started filming, he said, we've got this stunt. We'd like you to do it. You don't have to do it, but we want to start working on it. And, you know, guys that good and the training, and we started off just jumping off a platform onto a horse, just standing there, just to kind of get the feel. And we'd go like 2 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour. And eventually, after 1 or 2 times a week for a couple of months, that day came up, and you know what? I felt so prepared. It was kind of thrilling.
These two have a hard time staying dead.
They talk you through it and you feel very safe. But the first time you do it, you're always a bit concerned. And I was concerned my hair was going to get trapped in the wheels. And you couldn't really practice it without doing it for real because the train's moving at 40 miles per hour. So you have to wait until it got to a certain speed and then go, right, action. And I'd throw myself off, and I was attached to a long wire, which you can't really see or might be CGI'd out. But I had to hoik myself up. But yeah, it was pretty scary, but fun.
It was one of those sequences that was obviously going to be difficult, so we kind of carried it. And it was very meticulously conceived and plotted, and we knew exactly it was this complex puzzle. And so throughout the 150 days of shooting, we shot maybe 1 week we got 4 shots. that presents some challenges.
If these men represent the law, I'd rather be an outlaw. That is why you wear the mask.
I mean, I definitely remember the last day of filming when we were all there together, the whole crew, everybody, and it was just that one moment of everybody collectively just breathed a sigh of relief that we'd finished this monumental undertaking, but then also like a sigh afterwards if nobody wanted it to end. You know, it was like we all felt like family at that point.
Hi-ho, Silver, away!
It's certainly an experience that I'll never forget.